Hello everyone and happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. We have had a wonderful week here in Guatemala. We have actually just been, walking around, going to different places, the market and, different restaurants and stuff. And one thing that has happened, since my sister got here is we have gone on walks in the morning every single day, including today. So I have maintained, my 30 days of movement, except for that one day that I had to go pick up my sister and way too many events happened. But other than that, I have walked the hills every single day in the morning. At the beginning, it took us about an hour and then about 50 minutes. And then little by little, we are noticing that we are walking those hills just a little faster. So I am very, very happy. And of course, I'm happy that she is supporting me as well. It depends on the day. My husband goes or her husband goes or all four of us go, and so it's been very, very good. Unfortunately, she is going to be leaving on Monday, so I am a little bummed. But I am happy that she was able to come, with us to Guatemala and just visit my husband's family and, our kiddos. And we have been enjoying these days with them tremendously. Yesterday, we actually had a gathering in the afternoon. So in the morning, we went to a comedor. What that means is, we went to the terminal, the bus terminal, and there's little, stands that sell different foods. And so we went to one of them. I had 2 chickens and 2 pieces of meat. The total was about 60 quetzales. I'll put the equivalents of the American dollars right there. Of course, I brought my own water with electrolytes just because I had gone on a walk in the morning. And then in the afternoon, my brother-in-law, he actually invited us over to his house to have some dinner with the entire family. And they provided chicken. And so I went ahead and had 2 pieces of chicken. I also took 2 avocados. And a little bit of sour cream. So that was my dinner. I didn't take a picture just because, it was a different environment. But I did take a picture of my morning meal. It's right here. I did start with 2 pieces of chicken and 1 meat. And then once I finished that, I requested another meat. And so that's why the total was 60 quetzales, just because each piece of meat is 50 quetzales at that comedor, at that, eating stand. This morning, we also went for a walk. And so after our walk, we had breakfast already. This is my breakfast right here. I went ahead and had 5 eggs, as well as some avocado and 3 bags of pork rinds. I was extra hungry this morning. Later on today, since a lot of the family members are off today, we are going to go ahead and celebrate Father's Day. So to all of the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. I hope you guys are celebrated tremendously, because we know, that a strong father figure in the household is a huge impact, to the family in general. So we will be doing that later on today. I would assume about 2 o'clock. They are actually going to make caldo de gallina, which means this morning they went to the market. They bought 3 live chickens, and they came and they went ahead and, did what they needed. And they're taking the feathers off and all of that stuff, and they're going to cook it and make a soup. Personally, I'm not really a fan of caldo de gallina, so I believe I'm just going to have, chicken once more. But, I'm fine with me. I can actually have, the chicken that they serve here every single day and be happy with it. So I'll probably be having the same chicken as I did last night. If not, I will be ordering pollo campero, which is the chicken, that I showed a picture a couple of videos ago. But, I am very, very happy that I have been following, my plan of staying carnivore, keto, or low carb, depending on the day. Sometimes it is difficult, because of course we went to the bakery and we bought some bread so people can eat it, with their coffee. And I'm, my mind is like, well, maybe should I have a piece? Should I not? But I feel that if I start eating it, it's not going to be okay, because I tend to spiral. And so once I'm in that mentality that I know I won't spiral, then maybe I'll give it a try. But as of right now, I've maintained just drinking my coffee with leche, the same one that, I drank when I was in the capital of Guatemala. I drink some in the morning and some in the afternoon. And then sometimes when it's raining, like midday, and there's a cool breeze, everyone's like, hey, let's drink some coffee. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all for that. But I am very, very happy, that overall everything has gone well, just because, I've prepared myself. Beforehand, I asked if someone can go to the market and buy some meat, just because when they see me, tall, maybe a little light complected, they're like, hey, your meat is twice as much as any locals that buy meat. And so I'm very happy that my husband's family, you know, is willing to go to the market and buy any type of meat, any type of sausage or chicken or anything to get the appropriate price. And then they come, they give it to me, and I pay them, you know, what they spent. Just because I noticed with my sister and I, as we were walking the market, it's twice as much as compared to a person, you know, that's local, that lives here, would actually purchase that, you know, that item or whatever we're purchasing. But it has been a great trip so far. I am just happy I am hitting my goals. I am happy I am hitting the walking. My goal is still the same. My goal is at the end of 2025, I must, you know, hit my goal of 180 pounds or a size 12. And I will do everything in my power, you know, to get there, because right now it's June and June is going to go by really, really fast. So after June, I know we're only going to have about 5 more months, you know, of the year. Of course, July is normally the same, you know, we go out or whatnot, but starting in August, I'm back at work and I'm going to go back to 1 meal a day if at all possible, depending, you know, if I'm hungry or not during the day. But the goal is the same, you know, reach them by the end of this year. That way, you know, the next year I can just focus on maintaining. But how are you guys doing? Let me know how it's going. You know, how's your diet going, your exercise going? Put it down in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. I do want to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I pray that we are a blessing to you as you guys are to me. And I thank you so much for being part of my journey as well as this channel. Don't forget to say your affirmations, you know, declare them, believe them, work towards them. And don't forget, let's plan for it, let's prepare for it, and let's definitely take action. Well, have a wonderful Saturday today. And to all of those fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next time. Bye-bye.